Some would call it swag, some call it cockiness, some would call it being a diva. But when you're good, it's not bragging. An elite wide receivers and the confidence they exude often permeates an entire team, and we're going to see a couple of examples of that in this one. Welcome to the home of the Clemson Tigers, Death Valley in Clemson, South Carolina. As we'll see a squad from the SEC, the Florida Gators, taking on a team from the ACC, the Clemson Tigers. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. Clemson will boot it away to get this one started. He'll return it. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. Dropping back, it's Knight. Fires to the middle. And he throws down the gut of the defense. It's incomplete. This crowd bringing the energy and noise early. Trying to escape and get it himself. Finding open areas. They finally make the stop, and he shows why he is dangerous on the run, too, and he's got a first down.
You could tell he saw that grass open up, and he was not handing that football off. He was taking it himself. His eyes got enormous. Shoot up the big play. Nice big chunk play for this offense.
Keeping it on the ground with the running back. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
Back to pass on second down. Grabbed in the middle. It's Montgomery. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker.
You hate giving up that play if you're the DB on this one because you're playing man coverage. You're trying to defend a slant route. You've taken the inside away. That's where your leverage is. You'll allow anything to happen to the outside. You're trying to funnel the receiver to the boundary. You just cannot let the receiver beat you to the inside.
Rides the back on the option to give. Fighting off the defender. And he'll pick up the first down, but he got drilled on that tackle.
This offense has to get this guy the ball in as many ways as possible. He showed you all of his tools on that last play.
The Gators are rolling down the field. Back to throw, it's Knight. He'll pull it down and run. At the 20, he's got space. And a nice pickup on the run and gets down to avoid contact.
You just can't say enough about this quarterback and how important his legs are to their success for this season, for this game, and really for this drive. Earlier, when he called his own number, it was a big gain. He does it again. He's got the knack for just understanding when to throw it, when to take off and run. You saw it right there.
They're threatening to score, and they'll throw it. Fires into the end zone. can't make the grab as he was looking for his man right at the goal line.
What a play by the defender that time, because he's matched up one-on-one man coverage against an outstanding wide receiver, and it's the defender who makes the play. Really, really good position. He was up to the challenge. Be interesting to see if this quarterback goes his way again.
Right back to the air on 2nd and 10. It's complete.
Man, I love those guys that are willing to put their body on the line, and he does it right here, man. Just lays out. That ball's coming in. You can see it from several yards out, making that play, laying out, keeping the football from touching the turf. Great concentration, great effort by the receiver.
The Gators trying to get a touchdown on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. He works his way ever closer all the way down to the 1-yard line. These fans raising the volume on 2nd and goal. Tries again to get it in. Just hammer it with this running back again, and he noses his way into the end zone.
You love as a head coach to watch your offense take the field and establish a rhythm and consistency the way they did there. Everything they dialed up was working to perfection. They go 10 plays on the opening drive and cap it off with a touchdown.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He wisely lets that one bounce through the back of the end zone, and they'll take over at the 25. They've got the big fellas out there, a 3 tight end look on 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. Slings it downfield. Finds a man on the left. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a 1st down at the 43.
Really nice play there catching the pass, and I'll tell you, it's not easy to get on the field these days at Clemson if you're a wideout. Because of the success they've had recruiting and all the NFL talent they've had outside at the position, getting on the field and competing is no simple task.
Oh, it's a fumble. Defense falls on the ball. Going to be a turnover.
And, man, you know this guy dreamed of starting this game off right and running the football and positive and being the guy throughout the day, not coughing it up on the first carry. Going to have some resilience because he's going to get more totes, and he's got to make sure he's ready for them.
The Gators sending the offense back to work. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Burks. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Well, give the defense credit on that one because they knew coming into this one that they were going to try to get this receiver the ball in a variety of ways. They were ready for the screen there, and they create a negative play.
What will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? Looking to pass. It's Knight. Unloads to the wideout. And he just overshot his man and threw it out of bounds, incomplete.
Well, give the defense credit because they're forcing this quarterback to throw into very small windows under duress.
Beneath the shadow of Howard's Rock, Death Valley is rocking, trying to help the Tigers on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the right. Wide open downfield. Moving deeper into enemy territory. Move the chains. It's 1st down at the 27.
And it's on 3rd downs like this. If you want to attack the middle of the field, you got to look for the tight end. Really nice route. Great job looking that football in. You can tell this quarterback really has a lot of confidence when he's in the pocket looking for the big fella, and they're able to hook up there.
And the Gators with the 1st and 10. Looking to throw again. Fires to the wideout. Complete to the right. He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line.
Now, I think this receiver's forte is his route running. He's a guy that can line up all over the field, but it's not just catching post routes and goes. This guy can run shallows, he can run slants, he can run the option routes and find soft spots in the defense. This guy really has all the routes in his toolbox.
Gets it to him on the screen. No sirree, not this time. The defense was there and ready for that one.
Well, they're trying to set up the screen pass to the running back, just nowhere to go after he caught the football. The defense completely swarmed around him, and that's a loss.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. A run for the quarterback. And he's very fortunate to get it back to the line of scrimmage, greeted by a sea of defenders. This crowd knows this defense needs them right now. Dropping back, it's Knight. And a missed opportunity on 3rd down as the defense knocks it free, and 4th down is coming up.
Well, this is a disappointing drive for the offense, considering where this drive started, in their opponent territory. Now you're 4th and long. You've got to be better throwing the football in those types of situations.
Right down the boulevard. It's good. And now the lead is even bigger. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Guys, a couple of ACC teams colliding in a game that could have some implications. Wake Forest is in front. They've controlled the line of scrimmage to this point, but look at that score. This is a close game. They're up by 5 over North Carolina. Never know what's going to happen in the ACC, and we'll circle back. If anything develops, you should know about it.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Got stuffed on 1st down. It's 2nd and 10. Motion from the wideout. Wants to fire on 2nd down. Makes the grab. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
I like getting these slant throws early and getting some completions because you're setting up the slant and go. Later in the game, the quarterback can pump the slant route and then hit him up the sideline for a big game.
Ball's at the 29. Defense can taste getting off the field. It's 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. On the run, fires downfield. He's got an open man. We've seen this from this sophomore. So dangerous after he makes the grab.
This tight end is such a weapon because he can line up all over the field. That time he starts in the slot. He's running the corner route against zone coverage, and he's just got athleticism and wiggle and the ability to separate and make big plays. So nice to have a target like that.
The feel of this whole drive changed on that last big play. They've got it 1st and 10 outside the 30. To the air, it's Clark. Snags it. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback, wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
And he's not going to take the touchback. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. First snap of this drive will come from their own 17. The give to the back. Breaks into the open. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the 1st down. We've come to the end of the quarter, and it's Florida on top. And we've reached the end of one. Before we move on, let's take a look at our stats so far. Lots of time left, and we're ready to get back to it and open the second period. So they'll go back to work after changing into the field. They think there's room to run to the right here. Just working and poking and prodding and finding his way up to the 36.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
The Gators can really attack on this second and short. Looking downfield, it's Knight. Fires to the big fella. Turns it on in midfield. Across the 50-yard line on the huge pickup, and he's out of bounds at the 45.
All right, defense. It ain't working, right? They're stringing together several first downs here. We're going to need to change this up, find something we can disrupt the quarterback and mess up this offense a little bit.
To the air on first down. Using the quick game. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver. And you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
Backed up now. Here's second and long. The hand to the running back. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Stopping the run is about physicality. It's about I'm bigger than you. I'm stronger than you up front. Really nice job by the defense, showing their strength, bowing up, stuffing the run.
It's getting loud in here, and they may raise the dues on Ipte if they can stop him on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. He's got his man. Just what this offense was looking for. Sets him up at the 26 with the first down.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on third down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our best player. And we're going to make sure that he gets looks. It doesn't matter what the coverage is. And you saw it right there on that play.
Gets rid of it. Finds his big tight end. They make the tackle, but he's got a fresh set of downs, and it's first and goal from the 7.
Everything seems to be working for this offense right now. And if they keep this up, this could get ugly by the fourth quarter.
To the air, it's Knight. And as he throws, touchdown Gators! Grab the short pass to put the 6 on the board.
I know this offense had some question marks coming into the year with respect to who would be catching touchdowns in the offense. I think they may have found their guy. This guy had a TD in their first game. He has another one here. Right now, he has been a matchup problem for opposing defenses.
They'll grab the squib kick close to the 30-yard line. Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. That deficit has now grown to double digits, down 17-7 as they start this drive. Quickly complete. Oh, he's got some space. He steps out right at the 40-yard line, and now they are in business moving toward midfield. Starting this drive like that is exactly what they had hoped for. Now 1st and 10 from the 40. The give is to Smith.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, Just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Back to pass. Snagged in the middle. It's Bland. Couldn't ask for much more there. A first down, and they're down to the 42.
You know, tight ends are such matchup nightmares and problems for defense. They're too big for DBs to cover, and they're too fast for linebackers to cover. You saw it right there.
Here comes Clemson with another first down. From the gun, the running back has it. Able to pick his way forward for a decent gain before the defense gets him down.
It's going to be important this offensive line is able to get a little bit of push. Just got to give this guy an inch, a little crease, and he can make yards for you.
The Tigers can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Here's a quick throw out to the left. They make the stop, but he'll have enough yardage for a first down.
Well, we see another catch by this guy. This defense is going to need to do a better job of tackling the catch. In coverage, I know they want to slap the ball away, but if you can't do it and force the incompletion, you've got to at least make sure you're able to drag him down to the ground as soon as he catches the ball.
And the Tigers back to the line on first down. Let's see if they keep leaning on this running game. Back to throw, it's Clark. Puts it out of the air. He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line. The Tigers in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Looking to fire. Quarterback adapting. And he just held on to the football too long, and the defense rode him out of bounds and forced the loss.
And the defense coming through with the first sack of the day. And I'll tell you what, this defense, they get so many negative plays, and they play so fast. Sometimes you think when you watch them on tape, they got 12 guys. Last week they pitched a shutout.
And the defense gets loose, bringing the heat, and down he goes again.
And after that last sack, man, you could just see it. They are feeling themselves. After pitching a shutout last week, after dominating early in this game, it just seems like they're playing with a different aggression and a different level of intensity than what their opponent is. They have been so dominant.
Clock stops. We have reached the 2-minute timeout, and they've got a chance to lock this thing up before the break. And he takes this from inside the 5. And the returner goes down. Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Back to pass, it's Knight. Throws to the wideout. And the defense making a play, getting a hand on that pass.
You know, it's so important for corners to be able to transition, right? You got to have real loose hips. You got to be able to change direction on a dime. And in zone coverage, when you see the ball thrown, you can break on it and force incompletions like that.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. after the incompletion. Back to the passing game. Pressure coming. And he's almost to that first down marker there, saying he's a little bit short. They might want to bring out the stakes and measure, but it looks as if he'll be just short of the first down. Beneath the shadow of Howard's Rock, Death Valley is rocking, trying to help the Tigers on third down. They'll try to get it through the air. It's complete on the right side. They'll move those chains, getting it out to the 29-yard line and trying to get this drive rolling. Third down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most?
Yeah, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmies and the Joes. And when my guy's better than you and I get you matched up out wide and I know I trust you, I'm finding you.
Receiver on the move gets the touch pass. Good, solid run on that one as he gets it up to the 33-yard line.
Well, and on these little push passes, timing is so important. You're trying to snap it right as he's getting a full head of steam. When he gets the ball, he's hitting the outside, and David, it puts the defense in such a difficult spot.
You immediately have to be rotating when you see that motion, so everybody's got to communicate and kind of bump over. That's why offenses love to run it. It makes the defense communicate and see if you can just get him out of a spot.
The offense wastes no time getting the timeout call.
Well, you know who's got to love this offense picking up so many first downs? It's their own defense. David, I know you love playing on teams with great offenses.
The Gators will have it 1st and 10. To the air, it's Knight. Fired just a little too long as the junior frustrated he missed that connection. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Couldn't connect on 1st down, now back to the air. Caught over the middle, it's Montgomery. And he was on his way, and they get him down at the 30. The offense uses a timeout to stop the clock, and they'll get a quick breather.
How many first downs is that just on this drive? We're going to have to get the training staff to give some IVs and get some bananas, and we better stay hydrated because at this rate, the defense is going to play way too many snaps.
Looking to throw on 1st down. Unloads to the right. Perfect timing on that throw and catch. Kept it in bounds for the big completion. Just outstanding execution, continuing to work his way back through the football.
Yeah, and everything about this route looks vertical. The comeback, it looks like it's a go. I'm thinking speed, and then he sets it down. QB puts the ball on the money, and he makes the play.
Lets it fly. And he was trying to pay off this red zone opportunity, but it's incomplete.
And you're not going to see many of those. That's a gift for this defense. You don't see this guy miss very often, especially to put 6 on the board. That was a big missed opportunity for this quarterback and this offense.
Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Right back up top on 2nd and 10. It is incomplete, and now there are 4 seconds remaining.
Well, this offense has gone his way early and often in this game. They've gotten into a nice rhythm. That time, though, the defense was expecting to throw going his way, and they put a really nice hit on him to force the incompletion.
Right down the boulevard, it's good. And that will extend their lead even further.
And that's not the way they wanted to end the drive, but nice job being ready and your field goal kicker coming through and putting 3 points on the board.
Oh, look at Mr. Hands taking the squibber inside the 30. They'll knock him down, and that will take us to halftime. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update. And the Gators will kick it away to crank up the second half. No reason to risk trying to field that one as it skips through the end zone. It'll be a touchback. Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. Trailing by a couple of scores, they'd like to generate some confidence here early in the third quarter.
Down 2 possessions, the coaching staff met in at halftime, and they've probably scripted this opening drive. Just like they do at the start of the game, they've now got an idea of what plays they feel most confident in, what plays their quarterback is seeing the best to go out here and execute a scoring drive.
Well, and it's nice to get the ball first. Like, I got the first opportunity to close the gap a little bit, apply some great game pressure to these guys. So I think getting the ball first, driving down, scoring right here would be huge.
Back to throw, it's Clark. Looking deep. Brings it in down the left side. And they don't drag him down until he gets all the way to the 46-yard line. This guy has the look of the next big play receiver at Clemson in the vein of T. Higgins or Mike Williams.
Or DeAndre Hopkins or Sammy Watkins. I mean, the list is pretty lengthy of guys that are big, explosive, fast, and they can really win on the outside. And Clemson, as much as anybody, they're going to catch the ball, spit it to those guys, let them go make plays.
Stop is made at the 36, but he picked up 10 on that one and has a fresh set of downs.
Hey, QBs, when you see zone coverage, man, can you manipulate defense when you have a good pocket and you've got time to throw. He had a little bit of time to throw. You can move guys with your eyes. That drag comes wide open. Good throw, good catch, first down.
Fires to the tight end. Look, you can't take away everything, right? So you give them that and rally and make a solid tackle.
Yeah, and a lot of times in zone coverage, I like when I can get all the eyes on the quarterback. I like when I can see the routes and see him develop in the middle. And you could tell they had keys on the tight end. He wasn't going anywhere after he caught that football.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Outside the pocket, lets it go. And they won't be able to connect downfield, looking for a big-time play.
QB overthrowing an open guy like that, that is just a kick in the gut for this team.
Third down, and this offense is already in a world of trouble. They could really use a conversion, not to mention multiple scores. They just keep firing. Makes the catch. He'll come through on third downs. He's got enough, and they'll mark it at the 23. We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And, of course, he said the open one. But we know who he really wants to go to on third down.
The best one. I mean, I think the open one, obviously the politically correct answer, but you want to find the guy that you got that great chemistry with. You know exactly where he's going to be. You got that bond and that trust.
They make the stop after a pickup of 3 just inside the red zone at the 19.
And I think this has probably been the most surprising thing of this game so far. This guy's one of the best running backs in the entire country. They just can't get him going. He's never been able to get into a rhythm. You got to give the defense so much credit because they have been able to shut this guy down, and they got to keep that up here in the second half.
Looking downfield, it's Clark. Pocket breaking down. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And the defense at this point understands that the offense is going to have to try to throw the football, all right? They already got a lead, so they're now pinning their ears back and getting after this guy, trying to get him to the ground.
Couldn't find his man last time, and that leaves them with a 3rd and 6. From the gun, wants to pass. Oh, it's picked off. Not the second half start they'd hoped for. Stopped at the 16 after the interception, and that return has them in business.
And it's frustrating because you go into half and the coaches tell you what they want to accomplish. Listen, we've seen this the whole first half. This is what they're doing. Not a good job coming out. First drive, trying to get some momentum created. Turn it over to the other team. Give them a good field position now, too. Not the ideal start.
He'll pull it on the read. Powers through the defender. There he goes. He'll go out of bounds at the 28-yard line, and deep in your own end, you need plays like that. Gators move the chains on the designed run for the quarterback, another facet to this offense.
Yeah, and so many things to defend. You think about the Gators, you think about speed out wide, you think about speed and playmakers at running back, and now you throw the quarterback into the mix, and I think that's when you've seen them have the most success in the recent history, just a guy at the quarterback spot that can absolutely hurt you.
And a 9-yard gain on first down leaves them with second and short.
You just sense the frustration starting to build, not only on offense, but I think with this running back as well. He is so talented. He's had some massive games throughout his career. Just haven't been able to get him going early in this game. That was a pretty good run there. Let's see if he can turn it on here in the second half.
Out of the gun to give to the back. Able to work it to the 39-yard line, and that'll be a first down.
Well, they only needed 1 yard, so no mystery there. Turn around, hand it off, and he finds a way to get it.
The Gators will line it up on 1st and 10. Makes the catch. It's Burks. Makes the grab, but not quite enough for the first down, but a good gain on that play. The Gators with a second and short to keep this drive moving. Looking for a man. It's Knight. Here comes the heat. And they can't make the connection, and it could get worse. A penalty flag on the field, and it's in the holding zone. Let's get the call. Amazing how many times an offensive holding penalty will stall a drive. We'll see if the offense can overcome it. They'll line up for a second down play. Wants to go up top. Right on target this time. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down.
Well, you hear all the time that the tight end's the QB's best friend. You saw a perfect example of it on that last play, right? Second down, you need to pick up some positive yards to keep this third down manageable. Really nice job of executing that.
It's getting loud in here, and they may raise the dues on it if they can stop him on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Throws for the tight end. And it was worth going for a chunk play, but the long pass is incomplete.
I like quarterbacks that are being aggressive, but moving forward, if your guy's not open downfield, it's okay just to check it down to a tight end or a running back and take the profit.
The kick is on its way. That thing was down for a while, but the big bounce carried it into the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. That last possession, a prime example, Jesse, of how things get condensed in the red zone.
Hard to throw when the windows are smaller, and that's what happens down near the goal line, David. But for this quarterback here, just take accountability and ownership and come out here and lead your offense.
And move on. Like, we needed points. That's something that we can harp on. We'll watch the tape this week, but now it's time to move on. Let's get another drive going.
Plenty of work to do here on second and long. Wide receiver comes in motion. Looking to throw, it's Clark. Gets it out quickly. Found a little bit of room there to get it up to the 30 before going out of bounds.
You got to give the O-line a lot of credit there because it gave the receiver time to work all the way across the field on the drag route against zone coverage. Quarterback gets it to him. He's able to turn it up and get a first down.
Wants to throw on first down. Got his man on the right. And the defense had that one well covered. Just a short gain there.
Nice job there. Good timing between the QB and the wide receiver executing that out route.
So now it's 2nd and long. Back to pass. Quickly complete. And he'll have enough for the first down at the 42.
Yeah, this is simple pitch and catch. Quarterback and wide receiver have done this 4 million times in the offseason. He catches, waits for him to take a couple steps, boom, fires it right on his chest. They can complete this probably with their eyes closed. They've ran this route so many times together.
We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up. Clemson jumps to the line.
A nice job being gap sound by this defense. And here you go. Watch what this offense does. They'll get right back on the ball, and they'll go really quick, so you got to be prepared.
2nd down, they'll go to the air. Got it in the middle, it's Adams. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. Big catches, big plays, tons of yards through 3 quarters for these two guys. One more period to go to see who can make the winning plays and come home with the victory. With the break, they had a little extra time to dial something up this 3rd down play. Smith takes the handoff. That'll get the job done and move the chains, and they'll mark the ball at the 45.
Yeah, and this offense, listen, we're in warp speed, right? We got to score a bunch of points here. We're down. We're trailing. We got to go fast, but we also got to get first downs. And that's a nice job sneaking in the run, getting the first down, and now we crank the tempo back up.
The Tigers kept this drive moving on the ground. Now back to work. To throw, it's Clark. Unloads to the wideout. Receiver wasn't ready for the throw. Incomplete.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on first down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him and just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball to his intended target. The window way too small. The guy was not open, so that didn't have that chance to be complete.
They're dealing with a 2nd and long. After the incompletion, they go back up top. Complete to the right. Turning it on. Wrestled out of bounds at the 12, and another productive play on this drive.
Well, you're down 2 possessions. The defense knows you're going to take shots, so it's not going to be easy. But how about that explosive play and a 50-50 ball? Guy comes down with it, and that is perfect. You've got to score quick and get the ball back quickly here to win this game.
Quarterback making checks. From the red zone, he's going to throw it. He's got him. They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall.
And a really nice job by the wide receiver. You run a drag route, find space. They're in zone coverage. They're not covering man-to-man. Find a little hole. Look at that QB. Y'all get on the same page. You could tell they were, and that's why they got the first down.
From the shotgun, the inside give. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Tigers. Lead in the game, and the confidence is building if only there's enough time to finish.
Time is ticking, but, man, you gave yourself a chance now. Now the defense, go out, do your job. We got the momentum. If you give me the ball back, I'm going to win. Let's go, defense.
And the PAT will draw them 1 point closer. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Dynamite matchup this week in the ACC, fellas. Wake Forest is dominating this one, thanks to an offense that's done whatever it's wanted since the opening kickoff. They're up by 30 over North Carolina. It wouldn't be the ACC if there weren't this kind of storyline, guys, and we promise to keep you posted.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. After giving up that last touchdown, they still got the lead, but now feeling a little bit of pressure to answer with one of their own, David.
And it gets a little bit tight. Listen, we're getting
a full dive to haul that one in.
Well, that's another completion. This quarterback's on fire. I get it. He's thrown for over 200 yards in this game, but it's because he's got people helping him out. How about that incredible job diving out, stretching out, and hauling that pass in? Quarterbacks love it when they don't have to be perfect every time they throw the football. And this group of receivers, they are helping out their QB1.
And you can feel the momentum a little bit, right? I mean, the fourth quarter has kind of changed, and this defense is settled in. Their offense has scored as well. So this is a big tipping point in this football game. This is a big possession because Uncle Mo is all on the side of the defense.
Got 3 on first down. It's 2nd and 7. To the air. It's 9th. Tosses it incomplete. Big 3rd down as the crowd gets behind this defense. From the gun, wants to pass. That's reeled in. It's Montgomery. He'll be stopped short of the line to gain. Needed about 3 more on that one. And the Gators will try to convert on 4th down. Now the play fake. Right down the middle. Oh, he dropped it. Just didn't look it all the way in, and they'll turn it over on downs. They spun that wheel of fortune on 4th down and come up bankrupt. Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. How about that last drive? Just carved him up in the air, David.
Yeah, and how about that quarterback? You gave him the ball, and he delivered the goods. Great job taking apart the defense, Jesse, on that last drive.
He really did, David. I mean, that was a masterclass in just reading coverage and being accurate.
He's just winning that matchup in the slot every time.
And when you put him in the slot, Reese, he's closer to the quarterback. It's an easier throw. We can run in, we can run out, and really take advantage of his versatility of the guy in that slot position.
Scanning the field, it's Clark. He lobs one high down the left side. And that's going to be incomplete, going for broke on 2nd down, but 3rd down's coming up.
Well, you knew you were going to see it in this game, throwing the go route to one of the fastest players in all of college football. This receiver strikes fear in the heart of every defense because he's got elite track speed. He is going to blow the combine up in the 40-yard dash because of his wheels. Not able to connect with the quarterback on that one, but you know he has the defense's attention.
They turn to the passing game on 3rd and short. Hauls it in. Gets it all the way down to the 39-yard line. It'll be a first down. These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practice, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many hundreds and thousands of balls where you know exactly when that guy's going to break. You know he's a stud. You're going to feed him, especially on these third down situations.
You got to give this defense credit because they have bottled this guy up all game long. He's one of the best running backs in all of college football. Everybody was expecting him to have a big one today. Don't tell that to this defense, though. They've played with great effort. They've gotten hats to the football, and they have been able to shut him down.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Looking to fire. Got his man. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
And quarterback, receiver on the same page. Nice job seeing the zone, understanding the drag route concept. Easy pitch, easy catch.
A field goal attempt from this spot would be 52 yards out. A few yards on third down would make it easier. Looking to throw, it's Clark. Quarterback extends the play. It's complete to the right. He steps out of bounds, but he's got enough for a first down.
Well, we know this guy is special, and because of that, his quarterback is looking to him on critical down and distances. There on that third down, there was no question. It wouldn't have mattered if he was single covered, double covered, man, zone. That's where he was going with it, and the big-time playmaker outside picks up the...
Breaks into the open. He'll go out of bounds at the 18-yard line.
It's so nice as a quarterback when you've got a guy like that working for you in the slot. He has such a good feel to find the open spaces in the defense. Just makes life so much easier for his quarterback.
Hand off from the shotgun. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
Yeah, you just feel like the running back's asking for redemption on that one. You know, 2nd and short, and you're giving him the football. He can't get the first himself. Now it's 3rd down. He's looking over on the sideline like, call it again, throw me the ball, I can go do this. It's never a good feeling for the running back in that situation.
Firing to the right, complete. He's there to make the stop, but not before he sets up this offense. 1st and goal from the 7. And he just continues to put up numbers, and that number is now over 300.
This guy just throws completions, man. The ball doesn't seem to touch the ground. He's back there. He's making the right reads. Right now, he is locked into what this defense is trying to do.
Clock stops. We have reached the 2-minute timeout, and the offense is looking for a play to close this deal out. So the opportunity with a touchdown here to take a 4th quarter lead. They'll keep it on the ground for 1st and goal. Touchdown, Clemson! They move on top here in the 4th.
What a great job by this offense. And listen, I judge offenses by what they do in the clutch, in those big moments and right before the half, in the 4th quarter, late in the game, just like right here. You need a score. You got to go take the lead. They do everything they can. Now, defense, you're up. I need you to get me a stop.
The kickoff bounces through the end zone. They'll bring it out to the 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Looking to throw, it's Knight. Fires to the right. That's caught. It's Burks. Out across the 30 mark, down at the 35 after the 10-yard gain.
You know, the defense doesn't have an answer for this slot guy right now, and they may want to think about bracketing him, having a defender play to the outside and to the inside. Probably some sort of zone coverage where you're trying to get two bodies, forcing the quarterback to have to go somewhere else with the ball.
Good pickup, a little bit short of the sticks.
And this offense, they got another positive gain, but I think they're going to have to start pushing the ball down the field a little bit. Got to make some plays. That clock is not your friend. You got to speed up, maybe work the middle of the field a little bit, but make sure we get first downs, and the rest of the time work the sidelines.
He leaves it with his back. They'll get him on the ground at the 46, and it'll be a first down.
It's not a flashy play call, but that is exactly what it was designed to do. Get 2 yards, get the first down.
Maybe this will breathe a little life into this offense, which has been flatlined in the second half. Here's 1st and 10. The give on the option. And they'll stop him just short of the first down, just inches away from moving the sticks. They immediately call timeout, trying to preserve every second they can to try to rally here late. The Gators have a lot of options on 2nd and inches. Trying play action. Fires to the middle. Complete downfield. Trying to get everybody set with the clock still running.
This just looks like a different quarterback at this point of the game. We've seen a little bit of up and down play from him so far, but right now, lights out on this 2-minute drive. 3 for 3 so far. He's got this offense humming.
With the catch, it's Burks. And they pick up just a few on that completion. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play, trying to preserve every minute possible. Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. Back to pass, it's Knight. Quarterback on the move, still looking. Running to Green. Oh, he's got some space. And he'll get out of bounds. It's a first down there in plus territory, and now threatening to get the score.
Well, defensively, you've got to have an answer for this athletic quarterback. You've got to do a better job containing him in the pocket, or you've got to have a spy ready to make the play and get a tackle if he decides to get out. But everything went wrong there. Not only did he get the first, but you also let him get out of bounds and stop the clock.
The Gators have it with a 1st and 10. Wants to go up top on 1st down. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on 1st down.
Well, the windows right now to throw into are getting smaller and smaller. How about the defender that time breaking on the ball? It was the hit that caused the incompletion.
Going to work on 2nd down, and the red zone is still some ground to cover to pick up that 1st down. They'll throw again after the incompletion. Lets it go to the end zone. Touchdown, Florida! And with that, they move out front here in the 4th.
And how about this QB coming up clutch in a big moment? Gotta have it. You've dreamed about it your whole life. He puts the ball on the money. They make the catch, take the lead with seconds remaining on the clock.
And they pick up the extra point. Kicker knocked it right down the middle. And the ball will make it into the end zone. No return on that one for a touchback. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Wide receiver going in motion. Dropping back, it's Clark. A deep throw as the clock winds down. Fires a bullet. Now it's picked off. They'll decline that penalty, obviously very happy with the results of the play. The defense still has all 3 timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them after the kneel down. You want to talk about building confidence? Coming through with clutch plays, making the winning plays at the right time can really set the course for the rest of the season.
Yeah, Reese, maturity and experience matters, and this team has guys that have played a lot of snaps. They've seen a lot of looks, and they've lost close games like this in the past. That wasn't the case today, David. Too many guys out there making big-time plays.
And I think belief is what you build. That confidence, you know you're going to win. You don't